Welcome to Data Pencil.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our 50-day SQL practice challenge, and today I'm welcoming you all to our day 45, and in today's task we are going to do customer analysis. All right, so if there are multiple questions that are based on customers, how can we find that? Suppose there is a query called as top customers by order, means we have to find such customers who placed the most orders, means where the number of orders are highest. We have to find such customer who has placed highest number of orders. Okay, so to get the number of orders for a particular customer, we firstly need to count the order ID, isn't it? So what we will do, we will use the count function on order ID, and as it is about the customers, right, means we need to get the customer name who has placed highest number of orders. Okay, so it means here we need to make groups of customers. So it means here we are going to use group by customer ID and customer name, right? And as we want most orders, highest number of orders, so we will arrange our data, arrange our total orders in descending order, so that at the top we will get the highest one, right? So here we need to select our customer name, customer ID, and then to count their orders we will apply count function on order ID. Okay, it will be our total orders. At last we have to use the group by, because we want to see which customer has placed how many orders, so we have to use the group by customer ID. And then it is about the most orders, it means we need to put them in a descending manner, correct? Now in the second question, suppose we have to find the top customers by revenue. In the earlier one, top customer by number of orders. In this, top customer by revenue. So it means we have to find such customers who are generating highest revenue. So what is this revenue? To find the revenue, we have to do the addition. We have to add all the payment amount. See, this is the payment column. Where is payment column? This is our payments column. Okay, so here you can see the payment amount. These payment amounts are paid by customers, correct? And this will gives us the revenue. So how to calculate the revenue? So for that we have to make the groups of customers, and suppose customer whose ID is 101, he paid 85,000, then 70,000, then 49,000. So we have to add all the values of payment amount for that customer whose ID is 101. Then we will get the revenue of a customer. Okay, now we want the highest revenue generating customers. So firstly we will calculate the revenues for each customer. So now for each customer we have to use the group by customer ID and customer name. Now to get the highest revenue among them, which customer has given highest revenue, for that what we will do, we will arrange the result in an descending manner, so that at the top we will get the highest revenue point, right? So we have to select customer ID, customer name, then the sum of this payment amount column. All right, this will give us the total revenue. But we don't want to add all the rows, we want to add only those rows that belong to a particular customer, means customer ID 101, add all the rows related to customer ID 101, then customer ID 102, add all the rows related to customer ID 103, and so on. Okay, I hope it's clear, guys. If you find any difficulty in understanding the logic, please do let me know in the comment section. All right, now customers with no order, this time we have to find in our third query, we need to find customers with no orders, means the customer who are inactive. Now can you think like which customer can be inactive? How can we find? If their order ID is null, okay, if they haven't placed any order, then there will be no order ID, right? So no order ID means order ID is null. If their order ID is null, it means we will easily get all the customers who has no order ID. So for that what we will do, we will simply apply a filter called where order ID is null. Simple. Okay, now your fourth query is about the new customers trend, means you have to find the customer sign up trend month wise. Okay, sign up trend month wise. So to find the trend, what we have to firstly calculate, like in the January month, these numbers of customers have signed up. Okay, in the month of February, these number of customers have signed up. So basically we want to calculate the sum of, or we want to count the customer IDs for a particular month. Okay, then the answer, the result which we will get, it will be something like January equals to 10 new customer IDs, February equals to 15 new customer IDs, right? So it means we basically have to select our month, and that month we will extract from our sign up date. Here you can see, look at here in the customers table, see here we have sign up date. Okay, there is no month separately written. So what we will do, we will extract the month from it using the month function, as well as we will extract the month name using the month name function. Okay, now this month will appear as month number and month name will appear as month name, and then we will count the customer IDs for that particular month. Okay, it means there is a need to use group by month. Okay, month and month name. And then what we will do, we will simply use the order by month number, which is we have to arrange our data in an ascending manner by month number. So let's run this query and see the result. Okay, just a second. See guys, here month number. Okay, so by using the month function we have extracted the month function, month number, and by using the month name function we have extracted the month name. Okay, and then by using the count function on the customer ID we have simply counted the new customers enrolled, signed up. Okay, so this is the result that we want, and at last what we did, we simply arranged the month number in an ascending manner. That's why you are seeing here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay, I hope it's clear. Fine. Now with our fifth query, here we have to find the repeating customers, repeat customer. It means the customer who has multiple orders. So it means we have to simply use the count function, and grouping will be based on the customers. Okay, customer 1, number of orders this, customer 2, number of orders are these. So if number of orders are greater than 1 for any customer, it means that particular customer has placed multiple orders. I hope it's clear. Alright, so this is simple thing that we did. It is a very simple and easy code, guys. Now once you will run your code, you will see that the customer ID and the total orders, okay, it is arranged in an descending manner. Very easy funda, guys. If you have to find any value for each customer, okay, month wise, customer wise, order wise, order count wise, then what we will do, we will simply use group by. Okay, group by that customer ID, group by that order ID. And if we want the highest one or lowest one, then what we will do, we will simply apply the order by ascending or descending as per the need. Correct. And what columns we need to select, this we will simply easily understand by reading our query. Here it is written find customers. So find customers means we need to select customer ID and customer name. With multiple orders, it means we need to count their orders. Okay, we need to count their orders. And how can we count? We can count it by counting their order IDs. Alright. Now come to our sixth query, and in this query we have to find the customer lifetime value. Means the total spending of each customer. Suppose you are a customer and you usually purchase from a particular shop. So what is your total spending till today? Alright. How can you get that value, your total spending? So what you will do, you will simply sum your payment amounts. Okay, and you have a particular ID, you must have a customer ID. So what we will do, we will create a group of yours. Your group, suppose your ID is 101, so we will create firstly group for 101 customer ID, and then we will add all the payment amounts for your ID 101. Okay, then easily we will get your total spending. Likewise, we will do it for rest of the customers whose IDs are 102, 103, 104. Okay, so here simple, each customer it is written, it means grouping should be done by customer ID and customer name. Okay, lifetime value, it means we have to add all your payment amount. Okay, so we will use the sum function for payment amount, and then at last what we will do, we will simply use this step, or you can skip it as well, because here nothing is written like find the highest one or anything else. This things will sort our result. Okay, if we will use this extra step, which is order by, it will definitely sort our result, else the result will be very mixed. Okay, so let's run it and see the lifetime value for the Riyansh whose ID is 260 is this. Okay, the customer whose name is Olivia, the ID is this, and the lifetime value means total purchased till date by this Olivia is this one. Okay, So these are your queries. You have to basically complete total 8 queries. This one is very easy. You have to get the average spending per customer, and the last one is the customer per city, means find number of customers in each city. Okay, so I am damn sure that you guys will be able to do all these queries. Guys, a very humble suggestion to all of you, that try to complete this whole project on your own. Please don't try to cheat it from anywhere. Because it will ultimately harm you. Okay, try to hide the screen as well. Just read the query from the PDF and complete it on your own. If you face any problem, then definitely you can take the reference of these codes, but try to complete the project on your own. So this is a humble request from my side. All right guys, so see you tomorrow with our day 46, and tomorrow we are going to see few more queries based on the same project. So till then, take care, keep practicing, bye bye.